I've been knowingly destroying my body and mind and I just can't stop. I am a 30-year-old male, have never been so unhealthy, but I never really was. I grew up very poor and processed foods, as some of you may know, are much cheaper options. Especially for a family of 6 being solely supported by one adult. I am also autistic, so I have some pretty extreme sensitivities to texture and taste, and as a result, my diet is absolutely garbage. I smoked for almost 15 years, having started when I was 13. A few years back, I quit. I also stopped smoking, binge drinking, and for a moment, I was proud of myself. However, that marked the beginning of my physical decline. Just in the last year, I was found to have non-alcohol related fatty liver disease and high cholesterol, plus I've been 15 pounds overweight for a couple of years now. I also suspect I'm teetering on the edge of diabetes. On top of everything else, I'm extremely mentally ill, a cluster B, a bunch of other pretty common diagnoses, and an unspecified eating disorder, and most days I can barely get out of bed and perform regular self-care, let alone any form of exercise, and I walk less than 5,000 steps a day. My sleep schedule is F due to an uncommon sleep disorder that makes it nearly impossible to hold a job or make any normal plans, and so I sleep a majority of the day, sometimes not sleeping until early afternoon. There's so many more things that aren't even worth mentioning, but the end result is that it's all amounting to a slow and steady decline that will lead to my preventable but inevitable death. I plead with myself daily to change and to turn it around while I still can, but time after time, I just give up and fall into my bad habits, sometimes harder than before. I gave up every single vice that helped me cope with everything wrong with me and everything wrong with my life, but I can't stop this one. I don't have the discipline or self-control. If you'd told me several years ago that, despite all the other horrible things I was doing to my body, that SHT processed foods would be my downfall, I'd have laughed in your face as I smoked my 4th cigarette in a row. I routinely make doctor's appointments and then cancel them because driving makes me extremely anxious, and I already know what they'll say. They'll tell me that I'm unaliving myself in some sort of convoluted form of suicide and that there's still time to turn it around if I just change everything. I feel like garbage every single day, and yet, I've resigned myself to my fate. The funny part is that despite being a little chubby, I look pretty normal, so at a glance you'd never even know that I'm destroying my body. It's only once you know me that you see my stupidity and realize that I'm a lost cause.